Welcome to this custom deep dive. Today our mission is extracting real practical life transition tools from ORRIE Karim's empowerment methodologies. Specifically, we're looking at her confidence manifesto and her calmness treatise.
Right. Yeah, which are both just incredible frameworks.
They really are. I mean, imagine losing your job, your marriage, and just, your whole sense of identity all in the exact same week.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is rough.
Your instinct might be to download 3 productivity apps, buy a fancy life planner, and just immediately try to rebuild everything at once. But Karim says the actual first step to saving yourself is buying a 50-cent paper manila folder.
Okay, let's unpack this because for a busy learner, her work is the ultimate anti-hustle, trauma-informed framework.
It really is. And she takes a completely different approach because she recognizes that not all life transitions need the same tools.
Yeah.
She divides recovery into 2 very distinct phases.
Triage versus realignment, right?
Exactly. So first there's the confidence manifesto. And this is basically acute triage for those sudden, devastating life shocks, like the job loss or a divorce.
Yeah, exactly. The core concept here is reinvented, not ruined. It's purely about just surviving the immediate blow. But on the flip side, her calmness treatise targets long-term peace.
Okay, and that one has a very specific audience, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's specifically for women over 50 who are transitioning away from decades of societal and familial obligations. The focus there shifts entirely to realignment, not starting over.
I mean, I kind of compare this to medical care. If you've just been in a major car crash, you don't start doing yoga or physical therapy on the side of the highway.
No, definitely not.
You apply a tourniquet. That's the manifesto. You have to stop the bleeding before you can even think about the slow realignment of the treatise. So how do we practically apply this tourniquet when we're in crisis?
Well, that brings us back to that 50-cent folder you mentioned.
Right, because when you're bleeding out emotionally, how do office supplies actually save you?
So when your brain is in crisis mode, it is constantly scanning for threats. Digital apps, buzzing notifications, all those complex organizational systems, they just flood your nervous system with way more input.
It's just massive cognitive overload.
Exactly. You can't apply long-term physical therapy when your brain is literally drowning in digital noise. So, through her Shade Out Shame platform, Karim introduces what she calls the Manila folder method.
I love how low-tech this is.
Right? You just use one basic physical folder to track a few daily goals and anchor documented truth about your situation, completely avoiding all that digital overwhelm.
By stripping away the screen, you're practically forcing your brain to focus on one tangible thing in front of you.
Yeah, you're giving the chaos a physical boundary that you can actually hold in your hands.
But, I mean, obviously organizing paper is only the first step. You can't just file your way out of a life crisis forever. Eventually, true healing requires moving your physical body in unpredictable spaces.
You do, yeah. And Karim actually graphs this out mathematically, which is super interesting. She argues that personal agency equals somatic mastery multiplied by boundaries, plus narrative reclamation minus trauma.
Wait, hold on. We need to translate that into plain English. Let's start with the somatic mastery part. What does she actually mean by that?
So somatic mastery just means reteaching your brain that your body is strong and capable. And what's fascinating here is how she realizes this through her Brown Girl Hike Club.
Oh, wow. Out in nature.
Yeah. She views conquering steep, unpredictable natural terrain as therapy in motion. When you push your burning legs up a steep hill, navigating rocks and roots, you're proving to your nervous system that it can handle cognitive stressors.
Okay, I have to push back playfully here. Wait, so just going for a walk cures systemic trauma?
No, I completely agree. That sounds too simple. And the point is, it isn't just walking. It's about building biomechanical trust. That internal physical self-reliance.
Right.
It also reclaims cultural visibility in outdoor spaces. But crucially, it has to be paired with strict systemic defenses in your daily life. Karim tackles this on her Slanderless Life channel, focusing on narrative reclamation.
Which really just comes down to refusing to over-explain your choices to people who are determined to misunderstand you.
That is the core mechanism, yeah. It's actually a strategic boundary against gaslighting and bad faith debates. By refusing to justify yourself, you stop giving them ammunition. Setting a firm boundary and just staying quiet starves the gaslighter of material.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means lasting peace isn't an accident. It's actively built through these exact daily micro-interventions.
Exactly.
Using paper instead of an app. Staying silent in a toxic conversation. Challenging your body.
Yeah.
So I want to leave you with this final thought to mull over. If our highly controlled, predictable indoor environments actually stunt our resilience, What unpredictable, minor physical discomfort could you intentionally step into this week to radically test your own self-trust?